Let's talk about something. There's a lot of people out there, especially in George Clooney. I've mentioned it before. Brad Pitt, and most of the movie stars help when people are in trouble. Help out Brad Pitt when we even went down to New Orleans and pitched in and helped build. George Clooney's collected money for 9/11, Haiti. I really admire these guys. They're in a position they can do it, and they do it. And most movie stars do help out. MS, Jerry Lewis. I was going to say Jerry Lee Lewis. Jerry Lewis helped for years, even when he's not wasn't feeling well himself. So I salute you guys. I really think you're great and keep up the good work because there's a lot of people. Our number one problem is the children. We've got to help the children. We've got to give them hope for something. I mean, right now, hope's been taken away from them for everything. They don't see no future. Uh, in this country, we bring in immigrants. They're taking away the jobs. And they bring over 207,000 a year. You know, I mean, all they're thinking about is the tax dollar. Of course, cost is you're going to have to be in this country a long time to generate taxes because a lot of the tax dollars go to keep them here for a while. Usually they save their money while they're on getting help from the government and buying their own business. That's all fine and great, but we live here, so how about helping us out, Harper? You, yeah, yeah. Well. Anyway, the children need help. They need hope. They need uh, uh, something to look forward to because right now all they're doing is drugs, alcohol, sex at a very early age. Don't blame it on TV. You know yourself when we were young, we were almost as bad. Well, when I was young, I mean, there wasn't as much crime as it is today, but there's a lot more going around now than even women are getting as bad as men for committing crimes, and that's because society put them in that position. And all the chemicals and stuff in the food, uh, uh, steroids, for instance, uh, steroids are a mood changer. They cause cancer too, but they are a mood changer, and that could be a lot of why people are acting the way they are today because their mood is being changed by steroids. I mean, we can't blame it all on steroids, but I mean, uh, there's a lot of other chemicals in foods. It's all part of the plant. If you watch the other videos, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to tell you, uh, talk to your kids. If you can't get through to them, you try to get through to them. That's all we can do. You can't blame TV for everything. Kids look at cartoons. They know that's not real violence. They know shows are not real violence. I mean, the nudity. Well, I like watching a little nudity once in a while, and at least I'm being honest about it. I ain't a prude. See something, oh, that's disgusting. Uh, she's only showing her body. They got beautiful bodies, so why not show it? Let somebody else enjoy it, like me. Well, what is this? Let's put it that way. Now, they brought down. I've been getting a lot of email since I started doing these videos. My computer hasn't worked right since. The internet shuts down about every 5 minutes on me or so. So that's Microsoft, which is Bill Gates, and the CIA used to spy on people. But we that's something. Uh, the CIA thinks they're protecting the country. I mean, you don't have to spy on everybody. Just spy on the people that you're having problems with. You got chips in your license. You got chips in your credit cards. They can track you anytime they want to. Pretty soon they'll be putting chips in the babies when they're born, which probably end up getting infected, and they don't care how many people they kill off. 4 billion people to start a new world order gotta die. That's why this Muslim Christian thing. I've mentioned all this in the past, so I forget about that. Anyway, here's one thing you can look at. 2012 prophecies dash New Age of Aquarius. Now, if I told you what was in this site, you think I'm crazy, so I ain't going to tell you. So you look and judge for yourself. It might sound crazy, but there's a lot to believe. What were they hiding at Area 51 for so many years now? They're giving tours of Area 51. The volcano in Iceland, they showed a picture. There was two lights in that. Yeah, an ordinary plane couldn't fly in there. 1,500,000 people in the world that reported it. Most people don't report it because they're scared. Cause say you take an average of 5 million people seeing flying saucers. That's not coincidence. That's not. They're not all crazy. In fact, there's one guy that lives in my building. He said he never believed in it until he seen one himself. You know. But there's always the government's always got an explanation, weather balloons and stuff like that. But go to 2012 prophecy dash New Age of Aquarius and see what you think. So that's enough of that. The main thing is let's try to get our children back on track, and they're not going to get back on track if we keep bringing in immigrants to for cheap labor. That's what it is, cheap labor. Uh, they're bringing them in to make slaves of them after the New World Order starts, which is coming up pretty fast if you notice things. I still say that I think they're controlling the weather. You might think I'm crazy. Well, maybe I am, but there's facts to support that. Russia's in to make the go and make the snow fall before Moscow. I mean, look at the devastation of the tornadoes in the United States. It's not too bad in Canada. We do get a few tornadoes, but not as bad as you guys get. And he's got a bigger population, so it's only makes a reason. Now I told you once before that I uploaded the mailman told me that there was a cure for cancer. There was not cancer, a cure for diabetes in 1950 something. So I went and looked it up. Sure enough, there it was. So I looked up one for cancer. I had 3 files in my desktop because there's a lot of reading to do there in it. Uh, so I put them up there. I just read a few sentences of each one. Diabetes is used for population control in the United States. Cancer is a $200 billion a year industry. Um, that's just a few things. Money is more important. I have on my Facebook a Muslim girl sent me. Uh, And she said, "Damn the Illuminati." Even they know something about the Illuminati. These babies had cancer on their face, and it looks terrible. I'm not good enough to take them out and show you, like put them on here, like you know, and they blocked off most of my. I can't get in and enable nothing now because they took down my event viewer, so I wouldn't be picking around with that because I know how to take the errors out without paying them to a couple $100 to take them out for me, and it's all money, 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 you know. So the real reason I got on here, I went way off track, is to talk about TV. Uh, Now I don't know who runs these things, but reality TV is not real. Nobody acts that way in real life. You know, uh, I don't think American Idol is a good show if it was done right. If it's done the same as X Factor, is that the name one time in Calgary, where they were lip syncing? So I figured they must have been doing that on American Idol too, because he was part of that for a long time. So that is not showing their true selves. You know, they got to sing the song themselves out loud. Show how they can carry themselves when singing. Lip syncing is nothing. All I got to do is move a little bit, keep their lips going. Hope the record don't stop like it did on embarrassed a few people that were lip syncing. Millie Vanilli for one, and well, there was a few other stars too. But anyway, reality, I like to kick Mark Burnett right in the butt. He's the one that started all this with Survivor. I used to watch Survivor when it first came out, and Big Brother too. But Survivor was always the last vote that was the deciding factor. So I said, "Oh, that that doesn't happen that way. Not always the last vote." Survivor, I figured out they took them in when they took them in the room there. When they were in the room alone, that's when they talked and go start a little trouble. Get things going so we get the ratings up. Uh, the good shows on TV now. There's a lot of. Well, I like the Mentalist Castle. Shows like that. Comedy. Some comedies I like. But the problem is, I don't know. They can't win every spot, so why don't they just quit running the good shows against each other so, more people will see them? Get rid of some of these reality shows. So, you can there's a lot of actors out there need work, you know, and there's a lot of up and coming actors that are never going to be seen because it's cheaper to have reality shows. That's what it's all about. Money. Like I said, money, money, money. That's the world. Oh, one other thing. Uh, this is way away from TV, but think about TV. You guys that run it, you got to do something. There's a guys that they come to the small towns about 3 times a year to buy up all the gold and silver, and I never thought nothing of it at first, and I said, well, geez, they come an awful lot. And then if you watch prophecies, there are certain people that want gold and silver. If I told you who it was, you wouldn't believe me, so that's why I tell you to go to that site and look it up. Minerals, they want the minerals. Same as Fort Knox, I don't think there's any gold there. At least they say it was on TV. I'm not going, you don't have, we probably don't watch the same programs. I watch 60 Minutes, very informative show. I like it. It's good TV, very informal TV, informational TV. And feel sorry for that Leslie Stahl. She seems to get all the hard interviews, and uh, well, the rest of them, no, she asks the hard questions, and she has some of the biggest. names to interview, but it's when they get PO'd at her, they might. You never know. Well, my time's almost up. Like I say, they go around, they buy gold and silver, and they give you so much for it, and you know, uh, there's got to be a reason behind it besides greed. Well, I know J.P. Morgan got a lot of gold saved up. He says he doesn't, and silver. Well, he did. So